6 celebrity homes that were abandoned for years. 1. Mike Tyson's mansion in Covington. Tyson bought his mansion in 1989. It had a basketball court, a pool, and a tiger enclosure. Tyson abandoned the property after his conviction in 1992. It was untouched for 10 years. Since 2003, the mansion has changed several owners. However, they never moved in there. It was eventually bought by a religious organization. 2. Bruce Lee's mansion. When Bruce Lee passed away, he left a mansion in Hong Kong. It passed into the hands of businessman Yu Peng Nian. In 2009, he decided to make it into a tourist center, but the plan wasn't carried out. Yu Peng Nian passed away in 2015. His grandson wanted to convert the place into a school, but instead, Bruce Lee's house was demolished. A Chinese study center was built in its place. 3. Aleister Crowley's Bullskin House. In the 13th century, the place had a church and a cemetery. The church caught on fire, leaving no survivors. Mansion was built in its place in the 1760s. Some believe that it had a tunnel to the cemetery. Aleister Crowley owned the house from 1899 to 1913. He thought it was perfect for performing special rituals. Jimmy Page collected Crowley's memorabilia. He bought the mansion in 1970. He left his friend Malcolm Dent in charge of the house. Dent believed the mansion was haunted. The house caught fire twice, in 2015 and in 2019. Much of the mansion was destroyed. 4. The Minnelli Mansion. Vincent Minnelli passed away in 1986. He left his 19-room house to his daughter Liza. However, there was one condition. Minnelli's last wife Lee Anderson could stay in the house. Liza could sell it if she moved Lee into a retirement home. In 2002, Liza tried to sell the mansion. She offered to transfer Lee to a condo, but Lee took her to court instead. She accused Liza of cutting off her utilities. The accusation was dropped a month later. The property was officially sold in 2004, but Lee continued to live there until she died in 2009. Liza paid the new owners rent for her to stay. After Lee passed away, the house was abandoned. 5. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. Michael Jackson bought the ranch in 1988. He turned the property into an amusement park. It had a movie theater, a zoo, and a theme park. In 1993, Jackson began to face legal problems. He moved to Bahrain and abandoned the mansion. Struggling with a bank loan, he closed the house. The ranch eventually fell into disrepair. 6. Hook End Recording Studios. Hook End in Oxfordshire was built in 1580. It once served as a mental hospital. Elvin Lee bought the property to make Space Studios. It was bought by Pink Floyd guitarist Dave Gilmour in 1980. He recorded parts of the album, The Final Cut there. Morrissey stayed at the house in the 1980s. He claimed he saw the ghost of a monk there. Gilmour's wife also believed the house was haunted, so he sold the property to Trevor Horn in 1986. In 2006, Horn's wife was accidentally shot in the garden. She never fully recovered and died in 2014. After the accident, Horn sold the property. Mark White invested in the studio, but the house fell into disrepair.